Many of you may assume that the best robbery stories exist only on Netflix, but that's not all true. There have been quite a few intelligent minds who have been able to pull off extremely interesting and difficult robberies that have left many in awe of the planning and brilliance behind the endeavor. Hello guys, and welcome back to The Unknown. In today's video, we shall be counting down the 10 of the most interesting robberies in history. Number 10. The Tunnel Robbers. This kind of robbery may seem like one that can only happen in movies, but in fact did happen in real life in Brazil. In 2005, the Banco Central branch in Fortaleza was robbed of $65 million. The robbers fooled everyone by claiming to be an AstroTurf company. The Banco Bank were their neighbors, and these robbers dug around 80 meters to pull off this robbery, which took over 3 months to undertake. All the criminals who were part of this heist have not been caught yet, and only 11% of the stolen money has been retrieved back. Number 9. The Great Train Robbery. Robbing from a stationary venue or building like a bank or treasury is quite hard on its own, but imagine how hard it would be to loot from a moving vehicle. This robbery took place on the 8th of August in 1963 in the Bridgend Railway Bridge, UK. The vehicle was making its way from Glasgow to London when a gang of 15 robbers looted $3.6 million from this Royal Mail train. Bruce Reynolds, the leader of the 15 robbers, was caught quite shortly after the robbery and was sent to prison for 30 years. Number 8. Robbery Gone Wrong. Former police officer Antoinette Renee Frank, her lover and a drug dealer, were a part of this robbery in which this gang tried to loot a Vietnamese restaurant. Ronald Williams was the security guard who was posted at the time, who also happens to be a friend of Frank's. Frank shot William and proceeded on to shoot 2 family employees. The third family employee hid in the fridge. When Frank returned back to the scene, pretending to investigate the scene, the third member who had hidden in the fridge recognized Frank as the shooter and told the authorities about it. Frank was caught and sentenced to death. Number 7. The Diamond Thief. Stealing diamonds is quite hard, in some cases even harder than stealing cash, but this brilliant criminal stole 120,000 diamonds worth a whopping $28 million. The man, who many call Carlos Hector Flomenbaum, stole from the ABN AMRO Bank in Antwerp after befriending the staff for a year with gifts and chocolates. After getting to the good books of the higher authorities of the bank, he was given access to the vaults. He escaped with the diamonds using a false Argentinian passport, and his real name is still left unknown. Number 6. The Imposters. Going as an imposter is the easier way to get your hands on valuables. The best imposter a criminal can pull off during a robbery is a policeman. In Boston in the year 1990, 13 works of art were stolen by 2 robbers who played the role of cops. These 2 imposters attended the scene as if they were trying to take down some big criminals, and this was their biggest cover-up. The paintings that were stolen meant a lot to the museum, and they have offered a price of $10 million to those who would return it back. Number 5. The President Thief. Why would a president risk his status and steal from the government of the country is probably something that is going on in your mind now, but we assure you that we don't know why either. Former President of the Philippines, Ferdinand Marcos, stole $860 million from the government, which is not at all a small amount. The robbery has been termed as the greatest robbery of government in the Guinness Book of World Records. Number 4. The Church Robbery. Stealing from a church is understandable, but stealing the entire church takes some next-level guts and planning. A church from the village of Komarovo was dismantled brick by brick and stolen. Officials have stated that within 3 months, the church was missing, with only the foundation and walls left. It's believed that the robbers sold the religious objects that they may have found inside the church in return for a handsome amount of money. Though this village doesn't have a lot of human activity going on in the vicinity, church services were about to resume. Sadly, the church disappeared before the services could even begin. Number 3. The Childhood Robbers. Police and Robber is a game that children play when they're young, but who knew these childhood friends would take that quite literally? The heist was pretty well planned out and faced no bumps in the road while being carried out. The 6 friends managed to steal $18.8 million from Dunbar Armored and thankfully left no evidence back. Eric Damon Boyd, Freddie Lynn McCrary Jr., Thomas Lee Johnson, Eugene Lamar Hill Jr., and Terry Wayne Brown Sr. were led by Alan Pace III in this robbery and were not caught for 2 years. Alan was the first to get caught, followed by the others. Number 2. Japanese Bank Heist. This next ingenious bank robbery took place in Nihon Shintaku Ginko Bank, where 4 employees were met by a police imposter who told them that the van carrying the Toshiba workers' bonuses was about to be blown up as it had an explosive attached under it. The employees believed the man and fled the scene. The man that drove away with the money left no evidence and has still not been caught. Number 1. The Robbery of the Century. At the top of our list, we have the most popular robbery of the lot, that took place at the Brinksmat warehouse. The robbers went there and poured petrol on the staff, forcing them to provide them with a vault combination. Following that, they were surprised as well as extremely happy that they not only found cash in the vault, but also found gold and diamonds too. This robbery is said to be linked to the Hatton Garden safe deposit burglary, as well as a few murders. The majority of the gold that was stolen has still not been recovered. With that, we come to the end of this video. Do like the video, subscribe to The Unknown, and turn on your post notifications. See you real soon!